भवानी भवन में हाल ही में बर्खास्त शिक्षकों द्वारा चलाए जा रहे आंदोलन को लेकर पुलिस प्रशासन की ओर से एक अहम प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस आयोजित की गई, जहां डीजी लॉ एंड ऑर्डर जावेद शमीम और एडीजी साउथ बंगाल सुप्रतीम सरकार ने स्थिति को स्पष्ट करते हुए कई महत्वपूर्ण बातें सामने रखी। उन्होंने कहा कि पिछले 10 दिनों से शिक्षक शांतिपूर्ण ढंग से आंदोलन कर रहे थे, इसलिए पुलिस ने हस्तक्षेप नहीं किया, लेकिन बुधवार को आंदोलनकारियों ने कानून का उल्लंघन किया। विकास भवन में मौजूद 55 सरकारी दफ्तरों के लगभग 500 से 600 कर्मचारी आंदोलन के कारण भवन के अंदर फंसे रह गए। एक गर्भवती महिला और एक बीमार मां के लिए दवा ले जाने वाले व्यक्ति को भी बाहर जाने नहीं दिया गया। इतना ही नहीं, पुलिस कर्मियों को भी करीब 7 घंटे तक अंदर रोक के रखा गया, जिसका पूरा सीसीटीवी फुटेज पुलिस के पास मौजूद है। प्रशासन का कहना है कि जब लोकतांत्रिक आंदोलन दूसरों की स्वतंत्रता पर आघात करता है तो वह शांतिपूर्ण नहीं कहलाता। इसी वजह से पुलिस को मजबूरी में बल प्रयोग करना पड़ा। इस घटना में 19 पुलिसकर्मी घायल हुए हैं। जिन आंदोलनकारियों ने कानून हाथ में लिया है, उन्हें सीसीटीवी फुटेज के आधार पर चिन्हित किया जाएगा और उन पर कानूनी कार्रवाई की जाएगी। प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में यह भी बताया गया कि एक जनप्रतिनिधि की गाड़ी को 45 मिनट तक रोका गया, जो पूरी तरह गैर कानूनी है, भले ही वे किसी भी राजनीतिक दल से जुड़े हों। इसके अलावा आंदोलनकारियों ने विकास भवन का गेट तोड़ दिया और सीपी विधान नगर को बाहर निकलने से रोकने के लिए बांस की बैरिकेडिंग लगा दी। पुलिस की कार्रवाई देर रात 8:30 बजे शुरू हुई और इसका एकमात्र मकसद अंदर फंसे सरकारी कर्मचारियों को सुरक्षित बाहर निकालना था। पुलिस का यह भी कहना है कि उनका उद्देश्य आंदोलन को खत्म करना नहीं था और अगर शिक्षक शांतिपूर्ण तरीके से आंदोलन करते हैं तो प्रशासन उनकी हर संभव सहायता करेगा, लेकिन सरकारी संपत्ति को नुकसान पहुंचाकर और लोगों को बंधक बनाकर आंदोलन करना स्वीकार नहीं है।
इंतजार करने वालों को इतना ही मिलता है जितना कोशिश करने वाले पीछे छोड़ के चले जाते हैं। आप भी क्या कर रहे हो भैया? दिन भर समय वेस्ट कर रहे हो। अब समय आ गया, अपने समय को इन्वेस्ट करना है, अपना व्यापार चालू करा के दे रही है कंपनी। अभी का भी कॉल कीजिए।
A lot of news has been created about an incident that happened in front of Vikas Bhavan. If we go to the timeline, I think for the last, after the Supreme Court judgment where a lot of jobs of teachers have been lost, the teachers have been agitating in various places, various areas, and police has ensured that they are able to do it without any kind of restrictions or any kind of problems. Even for the last 10 days, there has been a relay total agitation in front of Vikas Bhavan by the teachers and with the full cooperation of the police department, and we have ensured that they are able to set forth their demands peacefully and constitutionally. Yesterday, since morning, basically around 11 to 12, suddenly a huge crowd of teachers gathered in front of Vikas Bhavan, and suddenly they became very agitated, and then they broke the barricades and tried to enter the premises of Vikas Bhavan, and police tried to reason with them, but they would not listen to any reasoning, and they broke the gate open and caused a lot of damage to the gate, and then they flooded the whole premises and literally took over the premises of Vikas Bhavan. It's noteworthy to note that the Vikas Bhavan doesn't only house the education department. There are a lot of very important departments. Around 58 total departments function from Vikas Bhavan, and including SAT, vigilance, then tribal department, disaster management, Madrasa commission. So there are very, very important boards. So who have nothing to do with the education department. And more than 500 employees work there. But in spite of this provocation of government property being damaged, the premises of a government being taken over, police exercised maximum restraint possible to ensure that because the emotions involved with the agitation, with the demands of the teachers, we thought that we have to show extreme restraint and extreme caution in dealing with them so that we can arrive at an amicable solution with them. And this went on the whole day. There were bouts of excitement, bouts of things, and there has been criticism in your various media houses also that we have been not doing anything, of police inaction, that police are standing mute spectators. But as I told you, considering the emotional baggage or the emotion involved in it, where people have lost job and they are agitating for the restoration of the job, and we are all government employees, we are very sensitive about it, and we tried to exercise maximum restraint. This went on the whole day. The office comes, around 5:30, the office hours are over. Then the people wanted to leave, and the protester just were adamant that nobody will be allowed to leave Vikas Bhavan, and they put on locks. First they broke the locks in the morning, and then they put on locks in all the gates and camped there to ensure that nobody is allowed to go out. Considering that situation, we negotiated with them from 5:30 onwards, and it went on till late night, as around 8:30 till we were reasoning with them. The police were announcing, police were talking to the leadership and making repeated pleadings basically that you carry on with the education even in the premises if possible, but let the government employees, the poor government employees, many of them female, old people, those who come in buses and trains and have to, normally also they take a lot of time to reach home, and it was dragging along. We asked them to at least allow them to leave and you continue with the agitation, but they were very adamant and they did not do. In the meantime, as I am telling, all the employees starting bringing up the police, because obviously we are there, that they need to be rescued, because it was a kind of hostage-like situation where they were not allowed to move and they were being wrongly restrained, and they were pleading that they be allowed to go. There were a lot of emergency jobs. I think ADG South Bengal narrated the specific incidents where these things happened. There was a pregnant lady involved, there were old people involved, and they all wanted, the only one purpose was that we may be allowed to leave.